How's it going, you guys? AZPlow21 back again with the Las Vegas Aces. And the last time I talked to you guys, I was hopeful. I was hopeful of trying to get us into the playoffs here with the Las Vegas Aces. Well, that is the exact opposite of what have happened. The offseason moves did not work. We are in absolutely last place in the American League as it stands right now, so I'm not really sure what to tell you guys. But moves were necessary, and moves are exactly what we did. If this is not going to be the team that's going to win us a championship, then fuck this team. We're completely changing the team around, and it sucks because we started out like in first place in the division for quite a while, and then it's just been absolutely downhill from there. Terrible first half of the season. So I'm going to show you what I've done. I'm going to show you what has been done in an attempt to try to get this team back in some kind of order. Starting with April, around opening day, I'm just going to go through all of the trades that I've done since the beginning of the season. Michael Chavis was in a position where we couldn't really keep him on the team. We couldn't send him down, so I traded him and Riley Phillips away to the Orioles, and I got back a minor league catcher who looks like he might have a little bit more potential in him, and another prospect in Wilmer Feliciano. Let's go ahead and move up forward. Any more trades that I did? Doesn't really look like it. Just a bunch of send ups, send downs. So let's go ahead and move on towards May and see what kind of trades I see here. Nick Birdie started out the season terribly, and then he ended up going all the way down to 30 overall. So he does not have a spot on our team anymore. Control is just not there anymore. So he's going to ride out his contract, and then he'll be done. Any trades that I did in the month of May does not look like it. All right. So here in June, this is the first big trade that I did. Well, there's this one. Tyler Nevin was kind of just a bench piece on our roster. He was good on defense. We ended up trading him and Drew Dowd to the Cubs, and we just got $3.5 million in return. I have no idea why the Cubs were able to give us $3.5 million, but I figured, hey, let's just get some cash, try to get us something towards free agency in the offseason, because this doesn't look like it's going to be going very well for us. And then we traded away Juan Soto. Now, Juan Soto, I was very happy to get him because I was getting him on the cheap. 70% of his contract was bought out by the Washington Nationals. So I was excited for that, and we were going to have 6 years of him, and he was going to do amazing, except he didn't do amazing. He was doing terribly this year, and I just wasn't going to have the patience for it. You can see there, all the way down to 40 overall after being at like 60 when we traded for him. Absolutely terrible. So we traded him and Ethan Sutton away, and we got Tim LaCastro, just a outfielder who's having a pretty good year, 377 on base percentage, and we got him for free. 100% of his salary is being retained by the Cubs. So for the rest of the year, we'll have Tim LaCastro in place of Juan Soto. Hopefully he's able to do a little bit better of a job. Not likely that we're going to make the playoffs anyways. So we move up forward. We did sign I think it'd be in July actually. Let's see. Yeah, so we signed an international guy, an international amateur, Jose Lorenzana, and he looks like he's going to be very good in the near future. Maybe not the near future, but definitely in the future. 80 potential from OSA, 70 from our scout, so it looks like this kid is the real deal. With that said, I'm going to need to cut a lot of players in the minors because there's just like overabundance of players. And when there's an overabundance of players, my worry is that they're not going to get any playing time and no one's going to develop properly. All right, so July 6th, this is the day that I was just, I'm going to blow up the team. First thing we did, Brian O'Grady having a terrible year. You can even see he's in Philadelphia now, does not have a hit. Brian O'Grady, last season, 35 home runs, 92 RBIs, 330 on base percentage. Awesome. This year, 199, 292 on base percentage. Not acceptable. So we traded him to the Phillies, and we just got back a reliever in return. We immediately turned around and we traded Addison Russ for a couple of prospects down here. So we really just wanted to get rid of Grady, and we did that. Next, we went to the trading block. Who do these teams want to get rid of? They apparently wanted to get rid of a lot of pitchers. So we traded away some crappy prospects. Really don't understand why the Reds wanted to do this, but they were willing to give up Tyler Mahle for absolutely free, retaining 100% of his contract. And we have him for the next 2 years. Tyler Mahle, former All-Star, and we have a good starting pitcher for the next 2 years for free. So really no risk in this trade necessarily. We did the exact same thing with Lance McCullers Jr., who apparently was out of favor with the Rockies because they only wanted a decent relief pitching prospect, and Eric Rivera, not a good outfielding prospect. For the 31-year-old Lance McCullers Jr., they retained 100% of his salary, so they are paying him to play for us until the end of next year. So that's awesome. Same exact thing. Mike Tauchman, we had him last year. He did a good job for us. We wanted to re-sign him, but he wanted too much. Went to Washington, but we were able to get him back. So we got back Mike Tauchman, and for 100% free. The Nationals, for whatever reason, were able to pay off his salary, and they sent us this really good relief pitching prospect, and for Jackson Clough and Nate Savino. No idea why, but I think we went out on those trades. So we have been doing quite a bit in an attempt to make this team a little bit better, and that is not the last trade. The biggest trade, I would say, was this one right here. Brusdar Graterol, who has been kind of as a starting pitcher, but really is a relief pitcher that Ozzie Guillen, for whatever reason, just really liked, and he started him as a starting pitcher. He has no stamina. He hasn't been doing all the best. So we traded him and our starting second baseman, Oswald Peraza, to the Tigers for Willie Castro, who looks very good. 70 overall. We have him until 2032. He's having a good year this year. This is a really good trade, in my opinion. Getting rid of a guy that was a starting pitcher when he really shouldn't have been, and a second baseman for a really good second baseman, our second baseman for the future. That's a win, in my opinion. Those are all the trades that I really wanted to do right now. I still don't think this is a team that is going to be good enough to make the playoffs, in all honesty, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. But today is the first year player draft. So let's see what we can do as far as finding ourselves, something to look forward to as far as prospects and whatnot. It looks like we have quite a decent amount of pitching prospects. We look at all players, not much to write home about. TJ Kimsey is the best outfielder, best position player to speak of. Manny Barrera looks like he is going to be quite good. Bill Arenas as well. Steve Dodd. That'd be pretty awesome. We're going to go ahead and auto draft, and it looks like it might be Jonathan Gauthier. Robbie Bentley. He has stamina to be a starting pitcher. Robbie Bentley. I wonder who they're going to recommend. They're recommending outfielder Andy Osterman with this pick. 50 potential. Not sure why that is. I'm going to consider taking Robbie Bentley. Stamina, current, future bullpen. The control isn't the best. Fastball, slider, so he has two pitchers, so that's not good for a starting pitcher, which is why he's probably slated as a relief pitcher. Hold runners, stamina. Probably a relief pitcher, if anything. But yeah, Robbie Bentley looks pretty good, but if he's just a reliever, I'm not sure if I would want to take him right now. Jonathan Gauthier, 60 potential. Jarrett Paddock, 60 potential as well, 70 stamina. Alrighty. I'm looking at Robbie Bentley, and I really do like him. If he can develop another pitch, I feel like he would be a good starter. Jonathan Gauthier has 4 pitches already that are not very good. Robbie Bentley. Jared Paddock. I'm going to go ahead and take Jared Paddock. Go ahead and meet his demand. And Robbie Bentley is still there. So I think now is the time that I take him. So we're going to go ahead and take Robbie Bentley. He looks pretty good. He can also be a starter. So that's my main concern. Not concern, I guess, but, you know, my initial thought, I guess you can say. I'm seeing Angel Mireles. I'm liking him. Jimmy Romero. Contact 25. Contact 35. Thinking about Jimmy Romero here. I'm going to take Jimmy Romero. Meet his demand. Simulate forward. Let's see. Who do they want me to take? They want me to take Andy Kendall, shortstop, who is not one of these first players. So why do you want me to take him? 25 potential. What is up? What is your deal? Why? And he's extremely hard to sign, so why would I even do that? Fragile, durable. Kevin Cessna. He can also be a starter. Only has 2 pitches. Hong Ma. He only has 2 pitches as well. Hauser. Jody. Angel Morales. Durable. We'll go ahead and take Jody Mayman. Meet his demand. Simulate forward. Chewy Alexander. Alright. Dojan Graham. Go and take him. Starting pitcher. Andy Kendall, they still want me to take. Why is that? Because he can play a lot of positions, I guess. I really don't get it. They really want me to take Andy Kendall. I'll wait, because I'm sure he'll be there still. Max Bellew. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take Max Bellew. Greg Harrison, third baseman. Yeah, that looks about right. We'll go ahead and take Greg Harrison. Josh Knutson, starting pitcher. 30 potential. Looks like he's doing very well in high school, so we'll go ahead and take him off their recommendation. Bob Hummel, center fielder. Contacts looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and take him out of Canisius College. They want me to take Dan Stone. Potential of 20. Not even OSA likes him. It's tough. It's tough to gauge what I should do here. Because it's all outfielders and shortstops at this point. They want me to take the starting pitcher, who doesn't look like he's going to be any good, really, unfortunately. His 4 years of high school. He did the best his freshman year. That's funny. Jewish Community High School. Extremely hard. Yeah, I'm going to hold off on that. Let's take CJ Hochstetler. Looks like he can play a couple positions. Nolan Schubart, first baseman. Chris White. Looks like he can play a bunch of positions as well. A lot of these guys are utility players. I like that. I like that. Chris White out of UNLV. Ben Payne can play anywhere in the outfield. Bob McKean can play basically anywhere. Let's go after Bob McKean. Catcher Jeremy Hare. Yeah. Okay. I doubt he will really do anything, unfortunately. All pitchers. Damn, all the pitchers are just booty. All of a sudden. OTP, help me out a little bit. Take Mike Garrett. Tony Campbell, starting pitcher. Signability hard, recommended slot, sure. Joe Bird. Starting pitcher Jonathan Valentine. All right. Chris Parnell, Northern Marion out of LSU. Third baseman. All players. Glenn Morrow. Benedict Schaffer. Really good defensive ratings. Go ahead and take him. Starting pitcher Samuel Cozart. No. Glenn Morrow. Let's see. Third base, Chris Parnell. Okay, fine. We'll take him. 8 more picks, it looks like. First baseman, Mike McCoy. Jeez. Joe Brandt. And let's go ahead and take a look at the stats now. Going off on base percentage. What about home runs? Who's been yakking it? Robbie Burris. Take a look at Robbie Burris. Who can jack it? OPS. Zion Norwood. Oscar Jaquez. Puerto Rico Baseball Academy. I wonder where he's from. Look at some pictures now. Stanton Durham, high school senior. Mike Cook. Charlie Brooks. Victor Bautista. Last one. Gavin Strickland. Congratulations, boys. You've been drafted. Not sure if you'll really make the team, but TJ Kimsey. Alrighty then. Negotiate with draftees. They're all going to get their deals anyways. Alright. Well, no real trade deadline to speak of because I kind of already made the trades. So I will see you guys at the end of the season, and hopefully we have some better stuff to talk about. I'll see you later.